parlay and I'm already talking about ladder challenge. I'm totally kidding, but maybe we could potentially do a morning coffee with the final round with parlays, and at nighttime look at player props, because there'll be more alt lines out in the morning. Definitely wouldn't be able to do that at nighttime to get the most out of everything. But if this is your first time here, it's the final round, and my name is Jordan. We have a big slate for Saturday. I know a lot of people are going to be watching college football playoffs. I'm definitely going to be watching that. But there is going to be a lot of NBA going on. I do have a few picks here at nighttime. A lot of lines for some games haven't come out. I'm going to discuss those games. I'm going to discuss some things to look at. And I do have some picks for this video. And the pinned comment will definitely be live here. So we'll see what comes out later, because there are some matchups that they don't have the lines out for, depending on some injury news. And we'll talk about that in a second. So first of all, the teams that are going to be on a back-to-back, and I talk about this because when a team's on a back-to-back, they usually will have some tired legs, could miss more shots, especially jump shooters. This would hurt them the most. So the 76ers will be on a back-to-back at Cleveland, who will also be on a back-to-back. So that should be an interesting one. Cleveland did have a blowout, so they were able to rest their starters a little bit more. The Sixers had to play their starters all the way to the end against the Charlotte Hornets. And we'll see if Embiid plays on a back-to-back. The Heat will be on a back-to-back against the fresh Magic. I know the Magic have been having some injury problems. The Heat just had Jimmy Butler walk off the court, and then have an illness. So we'll see there. That could be a pretty ugly game. And then the Bucks will be on the road versus a fresh Wizards. You could definitely take a look at Dame, see if he plays, because this is a great matchup for scoring. You could get a fresh Dame coming in with a non-fresh Bucks team, and he could do a lot more. They could run a lot more plays for him against the Wizards, so that's definitely something to look at. So other games of note, the Lakers and the Kings. This will be a rematch of a couple of days ago. De'Aaron Fox likes to play against the Lakers, score a lot. Malik Monk went off last time. Domantas Sabonis has great history rebounding against and getting assists against the Lakers. Anthony Davis just had a huge rebounding game against them. One to definitely keep a note on, we have a few lines for this one, is the Hawks and the Grizzlies. These are two of the fastest paced teams in the NBA. Ja Morant looks like he has already been ruled out, and then Trae Young is questionable, so we don't have any Hawks lines until that is deemed he's playing or he's not playing, because that is huge for the rest of the team. Definitely could be looking at guys like Dyson Daniels or Jalen Johnson, even DeAndre Hunter. It's going to be very up and down. And then on the Grizzlies side of things, I want to see lines of guys like Scottie Pippen Jr. I don't see those out there right now. I just see Desmond Bane and Jaren Jackson Jr. Santi Aldama is another one to take a look at. And then Celtics Bulls, this will be another rematch of a couple of days ago. This is always a fast-paced game. A lot of scoring is going to happen. A lot of three-pointers are going to be taken. I took Peyton Pritchard last time. He hooked, but there was a lot of rebounds to go around for the guard position. So Peyton Pritchard rebounds is definitely something to look at, but it's not out yet. Jason Tatum went over in his points, and Jaylen Brown struggles against the Bulls. I don't know what it is. He just hasn't been able to score up to his line against the Bulls, but he definitely is capable of going off. So that's another one to look at. We just there's some injury news. Josh Giddey is potentially going to be out, so guys like Kobe White could get a bump, and Ayo Dosunmu, a lot of guys like that. Ayo Dosumu's assist would be a great play to take a look at if he is deemed out, or you could just go ahead and take it. And then the Clippers and the Mavericks, looks like Luka will be out, so yeah, it's gonna be another game where they're going to be relying mostly on Kyrie and guys like PJ Washington. Washington. And Clippers are a pretty tough defense, so that could be an ugly game as well. So a lot of games of note there, a lot of information on those games. So for the picks that I found, you will see images that come up on the screen right here. That'll be from a data app called Outlier. There will be a link in the description that'll give you a 7-day free trial for Outlier. And also let me know if you like the spread pick. I gave a spread pick on the first quarter for the Cavaliers. That hit pretty nicely. I do like finding those first quarter spreads. And I also could, look at full game spreads and stuff like that. Let me know if you're interested in that. I believe most of my crowd is a Prizepicks type crowd. But if you are interested in those type of plays, put it in the comment section. And if I get enough demand, I will definitely look more at those too, because those are lines that are always out the night before. Maybe not the specific quarters and stuff like that, but the full game spreads are out. But this first pick is going to be a very popular play for the day. It's he's been just going off. He's like a vacuum, just sucking in rebounds. And it's going to be Karl-Anthony Towns over 16.5 rebounds plus assists. His rebounds line was at 13.5. So you're adding on 3 assists, and he's been able to get that done plenty of times to help this go over. So grading wise matchup, this is the best matchup for rebounding for centers. And for assists, the Pelicans give up the 3rd most assist overall to teams. So he's got a rookie, Ivis Misi, who's going to be sitting there trying to box him out. Feel like he's going to be able to get the job done here, as long as it's not a blowout. It was a blowout last time, and he still got it done, but we'll talk about that in a second. So overall, this is an A+ matchup. Recent history, he's gone over in 10 out of the last 11 games, 24 rebound chances a game, and 5.5 potential assists a game. Huge numbers there for him, and he's just been killing this line. This is A+ on recent history. Head-to-head versus the Pelicans, you'll see he's gone over this year, but he did not go over last year. He was playing with the Timberwolves last year. He was in a different role last year. He's definitely doing things differently right now, and it's working great for him. So I don't really care too much about last year in a different role, where you have Rudy Gobert playing by your side, where you're more of you're used as like a 3-point stretch 4 type of guy. When here you're used as kind of a center. You're still a stretch player, but you're used more for rebounding purposes as like a center, and you don't have a guy like Rudy Gobert to take away from you. And it's really hurt Josh Hart. So if you want to look at like Josh Hart under rebounds, that's potentially something to look at as well, because he has been eating up Josh Hart's rebound chances. So he got 19 rebounds and 2 assists in a game earlier this year on December 1st. That was a blowout. He played 25 minutes, and he still went over this. He's just dominated this. So head-to-head, I'm going to give it a B, just because of that recent history was great. Home and away, he's gone over in 11 of the last 13 road games and 7 straight road games. So I give that an A. This is an overall grade of an A. It would be an A+ if last year he was dominating them as well. So really like Karl-Anthony Towns over rebounds plus assists. And if you guys could, please like the video. And if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. If you're new here, I do mostly do my filming the night before to get on those lines early before the bumps. And I usually work full-time job, but right now I'm on parental leave, so I'm gonna have some extra time during the day to dig through the lines, and there will be a pinned comment that I will add extra plays if I find some, which I definitely should with some of these matchups that are not out yet. They're very limited on the lines. Even for the current games, there's only a few games with a full game's worth of lines. So thank you to anyone who does comment. Next pick is going to be number 1 overall pick, DeAndre Ayton over 13.5 points at -133. So his matchup is going to be up against the Spurs, and you would think with Wemby at the center position, the Spurs would be a tough matchup for scoring points, but they give up the 8th most points to the center position. I give this matchup a B. Recent history, he's gone over in 6 out of the last 7 games. Some matchups I looked at, and he does not play his 30 plus minutes that he normally does. It's either 30 plus minutes or it's like 10. So the Spurs are a matchup where he plays around 30 plus minutes. And if you sort with outlier to games with just 28 plus minutes, you'll see he has gone over in 12 of the last 13 games in 8 straight games. He just needs to be on the floor and he can get this done. So I give recent history an A minus. Head to head, he got 20 against them last year with a rookie Victor Wembanyama, and then 21 against them this year on November 7th. So head-to-head, I give that an A. And then home and away, he's gone over in 7 out of 9 road games. One of those games was one where he did not play 30 minutes, so you could call it 7 out of 8. One of them, he did play a full game's worth of minutes, and he did not go over, so I give home and away a B-. This is a B+ play for me. And before I get into this last one, if you want to get away from Prizepicks and all those flat lines and stuff like that and try out something with more options, dynamic payouts, stuff like that, check out Underdog Fantasy, Sleeper, ParlayPlay, ChalkBoard, and BETR. They'll match your first deposit up to $100. BETR does it up to $200. Links are in the description. I'll take you there. Promo code is FINEAROUND11. Thank you to anyone who uses those. And this next one, I normally don't take unders, but I saw this and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put it in there. If he gets this done, then it's, I don't know. I normally do subliminal unders. I'll be like, guys, do not take this. Do not take this. But really, I'm saying take it. Just because maybe Vegas is watching. I don't know. But Nick Claxton under 2.5 assists at -130. His matchup is the Jazz. The Jazz do give up a decent amount of assists to teams. The center position over the past 2 weeks when Walker Kessler moved back into the starting lineup, giving up the 15th least assists, so they're right there in the middle. But you got to pass the ball to get assists, and he's not passing the ball, so his potential assist isn't that high. So matchup is a C because it is average in the middle of the league for centers. So recent history, he's gone under in 7 out of the last 8 games, averaging 2.5 potential assists. He's not even getting the potential assist to go over this. So he would need to get his 3 potential assists and convert every single one of them. That is not happening. So that's why you see a lot of like 2s there. Sometimes he's getting 1 potential assist. He's just not passing the ball that much. So recent history, I give that a B. And then head to head, he has gone under against the Jazz in 7 out of 8 games in his career. He had one where he got 4 assists. He did not go over last year. He just not pass the ball much. It just has to be like a freak accident for him to get these assists where he's can't get a shot up, he hands the ball to someone, and then they just end up scoring. He's not going to have a design play where he's getting the ball and making the pass for like an alley-oop dunk or something. He's the other guy on the other end getting the alley-oop dunk. So it's not going to be like a double alley-oop NBA jam type of thing. So head-to-head, I give it an A+, and then home and away, he's gone under in 8 out of 11 home games this year, so I give that a B. This is an overall grade of a B for me, with Nick Claxton under 2.5 assists. So keep an eye out for the pinned comment. Potentially, I'll have a parlay video, the coffee with final round, in the morning, because that parlay, even with Bam Adebayo getting hit in the face and coming back, he still got his rebounds done. Everything hit pretty nicely. So I know a lot of channels like to do ladder challenges and stuff like that. But maybe I'll just have a parlay in the morning, or just a couple of parlays in the morning once most of those alt lines have come out. Just something while I'm on parental leave and I don't have much to do in the morning when I wake up and I'm having my coffee. Just a nice little extra video for you guys. So just let me know what you think about all that in the comments. Spreads, parlays, and I know you all love player props. So If you want to discuss lines further, I have a Discord. Link is in the description. You can hop on in there. Conversation will be going on about NBA, college football, NFL, all that good stuff. It's free. You don't have to pay anything. Then as far as the recap goes, I did have the Cavaliers first quarter spread against the Milwaukee Bucks. I felt like they were going to have a little hangover over the Cup win, and they did come out pretty cold, and the Cavaliers jumped on them and got a nice lead. They took that further, and they ended up winning by what looked like 30 points. I don't know. I changed the game over to the Notre Dame Indiana game. So it was a pretty big win for the Cavaliers. And then I had a parlay with Bam Adebayo, 8 rebounds, Shea 4 assists. He ended up with 4. So it was like the best one we could have gone with Shea assists. Hartenstein over 10 rebounds, and then Hartenstein with 2 assists to make it plus 120 with a nice payout, and that hit pretty nicely. And then I had a Hartenstein double-double for plus money. I saw it went down a little bit after I made the video, so hopefully you got that submitted before the payout wasn't that great, but he did hit his double-double. Later on in the day, I did put in some extra picks for the Hornets Sixers game. I did have Miles Bridges for rebounds and assists at 9.5. He ended up with 7 rebounds and 1 assist. I thought he'd get more run, but it looked like the coach wanted to play more of the younger guys, and he didn't play the most minutes. He actually sat a lot more than I thought he would. I wish they would have just sat him out completely. And then I had Tyrese Maxey over 2 steals. It was actually a surprise. It was plus money. 2 steals. He'd gone over in like 7 out of 8 home games this year. And he had 4 against Charlotte last time they played. He had 2 earlier this year. He ended up with 1. So that one missed as well. So the pin comment didn't do too great there. But the video stuff with the parlays, that all hit. So pretty good day, especially hitting a plus 120 parlay. So, and these checklist plays, they keep hitting at a decent rate. It's just not 100%, but I don't think anyone can hit at 100%. So gonna keep doing my thing, and I hope you can make money from it. So I'm gonna get this edited and get it out to you. God bless you. It's the final round. My name is Jordan. I will catch you on the next one. Bye.